Hey everybody, welcome back to my Pink Room of Doom. As always, I hope you're doing well today. My name is Jonathan, and I got some more super exciting news from Epiphone. So I did a video recently talking to you about the new inspired by Gibson custom shop releases, the 59 Les Paul, the 63 SG, and I believe there was a 335 in there somewhere. I did talk about it. I'll leave a link to the video in the description if I remember to do so. If not, it's on my channel. Go check it out. I will also leave a link to the article that we're going to be discussing down there in the description. Make sure you go check that out if you want to read along or check it out yourself. But we will be talking about it here. But before I do that, I want to ask you a question. Is there a model in Epiphone's lineup that Gibson has that Epiphone doesn't, but you wish there was? If you said yes, you're thinking the same thing as me, because you know that they're severely lacking an SG Junior. They have a couple different Les Paul Juniors. They have the Billy Joe Armstrong one, and then there's just the production model and that tobacco burst kind of finish or whatever. But there's just something about an SG Junior that is just so cool. And Epiphone had some back in the day that were those bolt-on cheap, SG Juniors. Cool, but people want the traditional SG Junior. And with them starting to bring out all this really cool stuff with the Inspired by Gibson and the Inspired by Gibson custom shop lines, I think that the time for the SG Junior has come, right? It's overdue, I think. Well, with this announcement that I saw on Guitar World, just by chance, I opened up Google on my phone and saw the headline here. This is my guitar. I'm absolutely buzzing. Epiphone set to release a Yungblud Signature SG Junior, and one of its prototypes is already up for grabs. So there is an Epiphone SG Junior in the works, and it's going to be the signature model of the alt-rock artist, pop punk, whatever you want to call them, Yungblud. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the article together. We'll go to my screen here and take a look at it. So again, there is a link in the description if you want to check this out yourself. But again, here's that headline that I just read to you. It says here, the road-worn white model looks to mirror Youngblood's original SG Junior, which has graced stages all over the world. There's some pictures here of Yungblud with his Gibson SG Junior, and just looking at it, you can tell it's this either aged white or just a white SG, single P90, the big black pickguard, one volume, one tone, wraparound tailpiece, kind of basic fingerboard there with the dots. You don't have the trapezoids. It's the stripped down rock machine that you expect out of a Les Paul Junior, but obviously with the SG body shape. And I think that the SG Juniors look spades better than Les Paul Juniors. Nothing wrong with those, but SG Juniors, they're just cool. Come on. So continue reading the article here. Yungblud has teamed up with Gibson and Epiphone for a forthcoming signature take on his Gibson SG Junior, which again, long overdue. The signature guitar has not yet been officially unveiled, but was revealed in a stealth announcement via his official Instagram fan channel, Yungblud Army. In the clip, the British alt-rocker seemingly showcased the original model his upcoming signature is based on. So if you go down here, you can see the picture there where it's showing him with his Gibson SG Junior, and it's road worn or whatever, it's beat up from where he's toured with it and all that kind of cool stuff. So coming back up here, it says the quote again, "This is my guitar, played all over the world with this, and I'm extremely excited to announce that there's a signature series with Gibson and Epiphone coming soon. I'm absolutely buzzing." So he's confirming that there is a signature model with Gibson and Epiphone coming soon. So let's keep reading. The white finish model is a classic SG Junior featuring a single humbucker in the bridge and a black pickguard. So right there, it's going to have a humbucker in the bridge. He's pictured with a P90. That may change. Personally, I would prefer the P90. I think a lot of people probably would, but a single humbucker's cool, right? I prefer the P90, but I digress. It features some heavy wear and tear, though it remains to be seen whether this will be reproduced for the signature model. So if it is, you'll see it in the Gibson line. You may see it in the Epiphone line. I don't know. To have an Epiphone relic kind of thing. Me personally, I'm a fan of relics. If you don't like them, hey, that's you, I guess. Personally, I think that would be really, really cool. If they did have some kind of relicing in the Epiphone line with an SG Junior, that would be top notch. Let's keep reading here, shall we? Details are sparse at the moment, so there's not much to go on. Yungblud mentions both Gibson and Epiphone, so could two differently priced models be in the works? We're going to touch on that a little bit more because I found something kind of interesting aside from this, so let's keep reading. So again, there is the picture there. You can see where he's holding that like I showed you earlier. We'd wager this to be an Epiphone-only release, but regardless, it's intriguing to see Epiphone partner with a younger artist who will bring a different flair to its stable of established signature artists, which currently include the likes of Joe Bonamassa, Jerry Cantrell, Dave Grohl, and Emily Wolfe, all of which have signature guitars, one of those having I don't know, about 1 million more than the other artists that we just mentioned there. Joe Bonamassa obviously having, 1 million different signature models with Epiphone. So one thing's for sure, it's a less divisive signature compared to the razor blade Schecter model that was recently created by his fellow alt rocker Machine Gun Kelly. Yes, way less divisive. I think more people would absolutely love to have an Epiphone SG Junior rather than that giant razor blade guitar, which, again, to each his own. To mark the announcement, fans can be in with a chance of winning one of the first 3 prototypes being built by buying a pre-sale ticket for Bloodfest, Yungblud's new festival, which takes place in the UK on August 11th. So if you're at the show on August 11th, you buy a pre-sale ticket, you have a chance to win one of the prototypes, which is kind of cool. Whether it's Gibson or Epiphone, I don't know, it remains to be seen. Yungblud says Gibson will have a stand at the festival showcasing its brand new signature model, which in itself is rather telling of the pair's new partnership, so expect more details to surface around that time. In the meantime, keep your eyes on Epiphone and Youngblood's Instagram. So, if you want to go and follow them, again, I'm not affiliated with any of them, so I'm just telling you, if you want to go follow them to keep up with it, I already follow Epiphone, obviously, so I'll be in the know about it when everything is released. But August 11th, it's looking like maybe that's around the time frame we'll learn some more, especially if you're at Youngblood's show. You'll know, hey, this is what and you'll actually get to see them, maybe play them, who knows, right? They'll have a stand set up. So that's the article. Again, if you want to go check that out, it's down there. But here's the thing I wanted to show you that was really, really interesting. So if you just go on Google, Epiphone SG Junior, Yungblud, some kind of association, you might find something like this. So this is ToneShopGuitars.com. And here's a listing that says Epiphone Yungblud SG Junior with case, $15.99. So we have maybe what is a sneak peek of the pricing for this. $15.99, that's right up there, right? That's right up there with the Greenie and the Kirk Hammett, but I don't even think they were that expensive, were they? So yeah, if you come to Sweetwater's website here, you can see that the highest priced electric guitar are the 1963 Firebird V's, or 5, whatever, I don't know what they're called. I'm not a Firebird person, but they're $16.99. The next ones in line of that, $15.99 or $14.99, $1,500, the Adam Jones and the Greenie, and then the 63 SG Custom, Dave Mustaine, all that kind of stuff. So going back here to the Yungblud SG Junior, $15.99 with a case. So that's pretty telling of the times. Everybody knows that Epiphone prices are kind of high. Whether you care about that or not is up to you. I really don't have any words about it. That's just kind of the way that it is. But yeah, so looking at this, I mean, some websites may already have listings, may already have pre-orders available to go. I don't know yet. Again, we probably won't know much more until around August. But with Epiphone, releases can be just kind of out of the blue. I've woken up to emails from Epiphone saying, here's this new model. And it's like, where was the announcement beforehand? Where was the heads up? Which is always kind of cool. But there you go. Just wanted to touch on this a little bit. I thought it was really cool. If one of these is released soon or in August, will you pick one up? I might have to. I don't know. Not because of the name associated with it, but because it's an SG Junior. It's from Epiphone. And again, it's going to be really cool. Like I said, it's going to have the single humbucker based on that article. It could change. I would prefer the P90, but what do you think? Leave me some comments. Tell me what you think about this whole thing. And yeah, like I said, links in the description. Check them out, and I'll talk to you guys later.